Well, we know diamonds are a girl's best friend. And very few diamonds are as important to a girl than the engagement ring. That's why Susan Short, the publisher of Family Beautiful magazine, is here to talk to us about engagement ring trends. Welcome, Susan. Now, diamonds, you're all about fashion. And
Absolutely.
who knew that diamonds have their own kind of trending thing going on? Tell us, what's the trend?
Well, you would definitely think that because, you know, everybody is into having the latest trends and even going back to older trends. So we're not going to talk about the history of the engagement ring, but it's very important to everyone. I would say men and women, obviously.
It's a statement.
Yes, it has to make
it's
a statement.
It's a statement. It's iconic. You know, when you think about spending the rest of your life with someone, the most important thing is, you know, the proposal and the person, of course.
You're like, he's like, wait.
Well, let's see the ring. Yeah, you know, and these days everything is all about the image and the photograph. So, you know, there has to be some new trends in this kind of thing.
All right, well,
brought
let's
some
get
beautiful
right into
examples.
it. We have some pictures here. What are the trends that we're looking at in this group of rings?
Well, the first thing we have is the modern antique. So antique styles have been recreated for today's women. They can be made to conform to any size stone. So it can be smaller, it can be large, it can be round. Round brilliant is the most popular, and the princess cut is the second for that antique. And the style is represented by the filigree work, if you see on the sides and the top of the filigree work.
That's
and
what I was just going to ask you. What makes it antique?
the filigree work. It's
Wow.
what the detail on the sides. Think about 1900s. Think about what women were wearing at the turn of that century. Not that, you know, we're all that familiar with it, but it's actually really, really beautiful, and it's a big style that's going on right now.
Well, and it's nice because a lot of us have inherited rings from grandmas and great-grandmas, and I always sometimes have hesitated to wear them because, you know, you're like, oh, this looks kind of old, but now old is in.
Absolutely.
So that's great because these are gorgeous and they do
They're
look like the
amazing.
1900s.
They're so
Right.
sparkly from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's neat.
what other trends are there?
Well, we have the classic style, which is a round cut diamond with baguettes on the shoulders. So a lot of women really love this classic style because of the baguettes. And the baguettes never go out of style, and it can be paired with a wedding band that also has the baguettes as well, which is also called the shadow band. And they're a modern take on the classic style. So a
That's
lot of women
beautiful.
used to have just the little small baguettes, but these are actually more rectangular cut baguettes.
They have a modern look to them.
It has a
That's
modern
neat.
look.
They do.
It's
It has
really
a very
beautiful.
like feminine look to it too, right?
Absolutely.
Tiny and thin.
And I just saw a shot of the next group of rings. What is that one?
Those are actually trending on the bridal scene right now. That is the halo design.
They are everywhere.
They are everywhere. Everybody's really into the halo. It can be used for any size or shape with a center diamond or stone. It can be single, double, or triple halos. I think I'd probably like the triple halo myself, but you know,
Why
I don't
not?
know.
The more
Why
the
not?
merrier.
And these are a big trend right now in the bridal scene, you're saying?
Absolutely.
Well, and let's be real, why? Because when you put the halo around it, doesn't it look a lot bigger?
It looks a lot bigger.
I love that.
It stands out when the light catches it.
It's a
it just
wow.
blings all over the
Yeah.
place, and it's really heavy-duty bling. It's gorgeous. So
It is.
you can make it with a round, square, or actually any other shape. So
Oh,
you
that's
can even do it
amazing.
with a pear shape. So what are your favorite kind of rings?
I had a
know?
halo.
Well, you
but
didn't
it's
have
long
it
gone.
up, but the 2 and 3 stones
Yes.
are some of mine, and I think we have some images of those.
Yes, we do. So the 2 and 3 stone is really the newest
wow.
trend, and it represents past. The 3 stone is past, present, and future.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And
That
then,
makes me sad.
okay, now here's the next moment. The 2 stone represents your first love and your best friend.
Oh, and you hope they're the same person.
Joey,
But if not, then you might need like
Then you
more
get
than
to-
one ring.
then you get to think about 2 people. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, right next to each other.
All right, let's talk to men. I'm sitting here waiting.
I know, we need something for Joey. So the men are getting married, and what's trending right now for men is titanium and tungsten rings. They're made with white or black diamonds. Black diamonds are really a hot trend with that. And the stones are set flush, and others are actually prong set, but you mostly see the flush setting.
And it looks like the rings have influenced other jewelry too. Like I see there's bracelets that were there. And now
Absolutely.
there's the rings, it's a very masculine
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like
I
a
don't want to say
masculine
stone,
look.
but
Almost
yeah.
heavy, a heavier look.
It's
It has some
heavy,
grit
but
to it.
it's
Like
hip.
gunmetal.
Yeah, and it shows that you have a lot of style. The only negative, and there's no negative in any jewelry in my books, but the only negative in the tungsten and the titanium, it's harder to size. So
Oh,
the
sure.
jewelers, you know, it's harder to work with. So they do recommend still the platinum.
And all of
platinum and the gold.
these jewels, these came from right here on the Suncoast from
They
Gems.
did. They came from Gems Fine Jewelry. The owner is Cheryl Davis. She's been around for 40 years with all her experience in the field. It's a full-service store. It's in Lakewood Ranch. And she can create anything, actually, even including what I'm wearing, which is
Yeah,
a
that's
druzy.
Oh, I was looking at that as you walked up. I was like, woohoo.
Yes, it's really beautiful. So
That
if you
is.
can dream it, she can create it. So
Well, it's nice to see
That
the
is.
options, and I especially like the men's bracelets because a lot of times you want to give a gift, a man a wedding gift,
Right.
and you know, not necessarily a watch or something like
you
that.
don't want
So
it to be
there's a different option.
too blingy, I guess.
Also,
Guys
speaking
don't
of
always
men,
like that.
Speaking of men, the men's, it's a
Magazine.
men's issue.
It
of the
is.
Family
It's
Beautiful.
all about men's fashion. So we have 8 pages of men's fashion. We actually had Martin Freeman do the styling, and John Ravinsky shot that cover.
Great cover.
And it kind of has like a southern, it's an ode to the South, but like a sophisticated look at the South. So this is something that we're really trying to encourage men to dress.
Fabulous.
Well, I
Fabulously.
like it. Well, thank you so much, Susan. And don't forget that the men's fashion magazine from Family Beautiful is available right now. And if you want to get more information about any of these gems, you want to go gemsfinejewelry.com and get order me something. Think about
You didn't tell me
yourself.
which one you like.
All right, well,
Hello or what?
just messing around. But thank you again, Susan.